What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be comparing the PlayStation 4 with the Xbox One. As you can see in the background, I'm playing some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 4. I'm playing with bots because PSN is down, just like Xbox Live is. Anyway, that's another story. Before I begin the video, I just want to say, how was everyone's Christmas or whatever holiday they celebrate? And let me know in the comment section what you got as presents, because I'm very interested in it. What I got was some money, so that's always good. Anyway, to get started with the video, I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 and what it has over the Xbox One. So, the PlayStation 4 does have a better GPU than the Xbox One. I did some research on it, and the PlayStation 4 has 1.84 teraflops versus the Xbox One having 1.3 teraflops. And teraflops, I believe, is a unit of measurement for the speed of the GPU. So I'm gonna have to say that the PlayStation 4 beat the Xbox One on that. Next thing is PlayStation 4 happens to have better RAM. They both have 8 gigabytes of RAM, but PlayStation 4 has GDDR5 RAM, and Xbox One has GDDR3 RAM. And you can find GDDR3 RAM in almost every computer nowadays. So that's definitely a plus for the PlayStation 4. Also, the PlayStation 4 happens to have a replaceable hard drive, which the Xbox One does not have. So when they start making later generations of you know how they made the PlayStation 3, they further progressed it. So when they start making further progressions of PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones, instead of having to buy a new system to get better hard drives or whatever that is, you could just replace the hard drive with maybe a terabyte of data, while in the Xbox One you can't do that, which is down for the Xbox One. Next thing I found that I researched about is PlayStation 4 generally has better graphics. I mean, you can't really tell the difference. You have to look at them really close side by side. But what I found is PlayStation 4 happens to have better foliage. It has higher resolution and higher FPS. Xbox One, I believe, runs 720p on some games, most games, and PlayStation 4 goes 1080p. Also, the PlayStation 4 happens to run most games on 60 FPS, while Xbox One stays with 30. And examples of games that PS4 exceeds at is Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and Watch Dogs. So another PlayStation 4 Plus is a comfortable controller, and that's just my opinion. I find the grip of the Xbox One kind of weird. I don't really like how it's formed. I really like the Xbox 360 controller. That was way Xbox One controller, but in my opinion, the PlayStation 4 controller is more comfortable, and it just feels right in my hands when I play with it. So definitely a plus for me. I think the PlayStation 4 went well with their controller, plus with that touchpad. And another thing that the PlayStation 4 has that Xbox One at least doesn't have at the moment, it has more backward compatibility options, and it can play games from the PlayStation 3 instead of so it can play games from the PlayStation 3 on the next gen console, which is really cool. And I think it's called PlayStation TV or something, where you buy it and then it streams on your console, whatever. And yeah, so that's better than the Xbox One, because I don't think they have any options. Xbox One's going to come up with some ideas soon to make older games compatible with Xbox One. And another thing that the PlayStation 4 has that the Xbox One does not have at the moment is a device that can connect to your next gen console you can play with. And that thing that PS4 has is the PlayStation Vita do have, and it's really cool when you can stream your games on the PlayStation Vita. I've played Battlefield 4 on my PlayStation, all the games. You can play every game on the PlayStation Vita if you have it on the PlayStation 4. Let's move on to some of the pluses on the Xbox One and some of the stuff that PlayStation 4 does not do well with. One thing I found was the PlayStation 4 did not have a good way of organizing materials, organizing files, because all your games and your whole library of games is in the front, and there's no way of putting them into anything, so it's kind of a cluster. Well, I don't know what the Xbox One has, but I'm pretty sure it's better than the PlayStation 4 UI at the moment, even though PlayStation 4 UI is better improved than the PlayStation 3. And one thing that Xbox One has that's better than the PlayStation 4 is its CPU. It runs at 1.7 gigahertz versus the PlayStation 4 at 1.6 gigahertz. Now, originally Xbox One was going to have a 1.6 gigahertz processor, but at last minute they made it 1.75, which is good for them. Another thing that Xbox One does better than the PlayStation 4, it allocates RAM better, meaning that it lets developers work with 5 gigabytes of RAM versus the Ps4, who only allows 4.5 gigabytes of RAM. That 0.5 gigabytes could help a lot with games, make them run better, because I believe the reason why they allocated more RAM towards games is because the operating system for Xbox One requires less RAM, which is very good. But it does say that the PlayStation 4 can sometimes allow 1 more gigabyte, making it 5.5 gigabytes of RAM allowed to use for the developers, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100% sure. And the last thing that I think the Xbox One does better than the PlayStation 4, it has better bundles on the market, and it has cheaper sales. Compare PlayStation 4 during Black Friday had, I think, only one good bundle, and that was GTA and Last of Us, while the Xbox One either had a cheaper version or had cooler bundles with good games and all. So if you're definitely looking for something for the price, I think the Xbox One is a better deal, because Xbox One generally has better bundles and sometimes goes cheaper than the PlayStation 4, which is a good thing, because they're really quite the same. There's nothing much different about them. In my opinion, I think the PlayStation 4 is a better console, but that's only my opinion. I'm actually a PC gamer, so I'm not really a fanboy of each. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day.